Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and this is Train Fever, and we are here where we sort of left off the end of the last episode. My new sort of twin town station arrangement. This is what have I called this station actually? I've quite forgotten.
Oh yeah.
Right, we'll just pause that for a second. I'll come to the in a moment. What do we call this station? Bradley Hugh Town, serving two towns with a sexy tram route travelling between the two to bring the passengers in to this common stopping off point, so they can then travel on to the other town or get the train out and join the main southern loop, which is kind of exciting and making, well, the tram's making a fair amount of money actually. But the little trains aren't. But anyway, as you can see, we've moved a few years on. I've done a few things in the meantime, apart from sort of sorting out the little suburban train line there. I've added cargo in just to sort of keep fueling the growth of these two new towns. It's quite a distance away. I think it's reasonably profitable routes. I can check that, of course, can't I? Oh yes, they're all actually making money. Not a lot of money. But I think the important thing is they're feeding goods into the towns, so that's keeping business going, which improves the life of the residents and makes people want to come and live in these places. There's a logic. It absolutely is a logic to that. Anyway, the that we got earlier is good because what it means. Can I go to a train station? I can go to a depot. That would be even more useful, wouldn't it? If I just click on that. Buy a train, though not actually. Right, you may remember the express route with the fabulous old A4 Mallard train. The train itself, the locomotive, can travel at quite substantial speeds, but it can't because the passenger wagons it was pulling were limited to 75 miles an hour. So although it was a sexy looking train, it wasn't actually any faster than the electrics that were doing the main loop traffic. But this new wagon goes a little bit faster, 87 miles an hour, which means I can actually start getting into some real sort of express routes now, long distance express, and that's where I hope the money should be. They are quite expensive to run, 60k a year, but speed is good. Speed is very good in Train Fever. So we're looking to that. Anyway, enough kind of waffle. Today's plan, seeing as we've now, I think, linked up every town south of the river, we're going to start on the north, and it's going to end up being a loop again, with perhaps a couple of minor diversions in as we make progress over this side of the map. And the first step I think I'm going to do is we're going to link into Hendon, which is turning into kind of a southern loop hub with the extension there in the main loop. We're going from Hendon, whatever it's pronounced, into Hendon, and then up here to Wisbeck and Holsworthy. And again, I'm going to do my sort of twin town tram thing here. So rather having two stations sort of tootling along between these two modestly sized towns, I'll set up a nice big exchange station there. So it's going to be kind of cool. The interesting thing about the north of the river is the topology. The contours are even more interesting and challenging, I think, than the south of the river. So this could be quite fun in terms of laying track. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? Let's get on with it. Right, so what we've got a nice 5-track station here. So that serves the loop and suburban, the southern extension. We're going to use these two outer tracks. What will become the loop. It will be a point-to-point to start with, as I did with the southern sections. But it will develop into two clockwise and anti-clockwise routes. Okay, let's have a look at Hendon. What have we got here? Right, yeah, the contours here are fun, as I said. It is kind of hilly, so we're going to have to get up from the riverbed there up into this hillside here, I think, because we're going to want to carry that line around to Scunthorpe. That's going to be fun. Right, so the trick is, where am I going to put this station here? Don't go to roads, go to track. That's I'll click the right button in a second. Right, 2. We'll use the medium size again. So you see, I can drag this round properly. We've got kind of contour and height issues here to deal with. I'm thinking we keep the station this side of the town, lined a bit like that perhaps, or maybe like that, or do we want it further around there? Actually, further around there might work. Shall I drop it? I've got $23 million in the bank, so I can afford to spend $500,000, I think, on a station if it doesn't work. Let's just get a bit closer to that. That's, yeah, it's going a bit up and down, isn't it? Well, let's stick it in there and see what happens. Right, so that's going to be Hendon. I'll link that up to the roads in a second, once I've worked out if I can actually get train line up there. So, Hendon, where are you, my friend? There we go. Right, so our track, we're still at high speed. It's going to be electric. It may not be electric to start with. There's a nice fast diesel actually, which turned up, I think, while you were away. We can keep that joined together. Yeah, we can keep that joined together for a while. There's something rather nice about having a whole raft of trains travelling sort of side by side in unison, or not, if they're going in different directions. Right, let's take that. And then I suppose we ought to start turning off here. And the problem we've got with this. Oh, did I leave that too late? Oh, that's not too bad actually, is it? Is the contours go almost right down to the riverbank. So we run the risk. Are we going to have to tunnel there? It's going to be a cut. Actually, I think a tunnel will be okay. There. When do we want to start going up? Should probably start, I think, about going up around here. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah, let's say it does. Right. More tunnels. This is going to be in and out of the darkness, isn't it? On this route. Ooh, no, I don't want to tunnel right at the edge of the station. That ain't going to work. So I'm going to, certainly at this point of the game, while it's a point-to-point route rather than a loop, I'm going to want to have some sort of crossover in there. So I need to dig this out. Oops, if I catch the right bit of track. That's it. It's one heck of a cut into the landscape. But I think we're going to need that. What angle do I want? Yeah, if I go too far that way. 1780. Ooh, should we accept that? That's going to be an interestingly dark part of the country to go through. Not quite as dark as a tunnel, of course, but dark nonetheless. Right, have I got you? I have got you. So, how can I join you up with that little bit there? Nearly. Gotcha. How does that look? Interesting bit of bridge. How much is that going to cost me? 1.3 million. Well, that's not too bad actually. Do I want to have that much bridge? Can I bring that back a bit? What if I go there? I'm not going to say that this will cost me any less, to be honest. Let's try that. How does that work? Yep, that's okay. Right. Well, it's quite a nicely what I call a diversity of route, isn't it? Or diversity en route. So you've got this nice sort of riverbank, scenic bit of route here, a bit of tunnel, a bit more tunnel, and a nice bridge overlooking all distant country, and this deep, dark cut into the station. Yeah, that will do nicely. I think we'll take that. Job done. Right, so how do we get... Here you go. We'll join you up there. Right, I'll just follow you all the way along. Excellent. There we go. Oop. To make sure we get out of the side so it knows we're going 2 tracks through the same tunnel. That's good. And likewise, get out the other side of that. Splendid. And now can we... Whoops. Bit of a swift turn of the mouse there. Can we get you all the way into the station in one single sweeping arc? Beautiful. That's done. Well, that's a nice bit of route actually, I think. Yeah, into a town. It's not a bad sized town, is it actually? Right, now before I forget, stick my crossovers in, because this is going to be the end of the line for a little while. Oh, it's on bends. I hate doing these diamonds on bends. The game often says, well, the game says yes. So that's all good. Stick a signal in there. These little things, that's the sort of thing you forget. Well, I don't know about you, but I do. And along there. There we go. Right. That's that. I think. Oh, we need to join the station up to the road, don't we? Okay. What we're going to do here. We could do. I quite like to have. I don't think I've really done it. I've played a couple of other games sort of off camera just to try a few things out, you know, like you do. And what I sort of like to do then was create, as it were, whoops, get control of this mouse. I like to have a sort of fast bus laned ring road around the town. Not because I do, I'm not sure. That's a bit close actually. Let's get that out of there to start with. Stop that. Got another bus lane going from there. Actually, can I delete that little? No. Oh, how annoying. Can I though? Get this to join. Yes, it does. Thank you so much. Well, I don't really like it looking like that. Or that. am I going to be able to get this to look reasonably civilized? No, by the look of it. It's not going to play. It doesn't want to do it, does it? That's the one thing with playing in these sort of high contoured parts of the map. Even the roads cost a fortune. Right, just while I'm here, just sort of upgrade this. I'm not sure. Actually, no, I won't. Because that will all become part of the bus route, which will feed into the station, which I will worry about a bit later. Today, I want to concentrate on getting this first part of the northern route sorted. Okay, so we've got trains coming in and out of Hendon to Ajaxpost. Right, now we need to get ourselves up here, which is a fairly tight kind of S kind of bend there. So I think I want the station here to be kind of equidistant between the two towns, but kind of a bit off to the right here, more towards Holsworthy, so it's not too sharp an angle going down to Hendon. how big a station do we want in here? What I'm thinking actually is we could make this kind of like a major hub of the whole network. Hendon could, but it's a bit off to the side. I like this here. So it's kind of towards the top of the map, if you see what I mean, and I've got space to play here. Interesting geography as well. Let's go for 5. Let's go for the big station. Shall I make it a long one as well? God, let's get carried away. Oh yes, actually it's not too expensive, is it? That's even cheaper than it was at Hendon for a 2-tracker. Good grief! You see what? Oh, that isn't. What difference contours make. So where shall we place this? We're going to have a bit of road there for our tram station. I think if we place it, actually, yeah, there makes sense. Okay, so I've got a special purpose in mind for that outer track, and I think we'll use these 2 inner ones here, what you might call 1, 2, 3, 3 and 4 for the loop. And I'll find some other use, I hope, for the inner 2 tracks, or I might change the whole thing entirely come the future. Right, where are we? So let's take you down. So where are we going? Good question. Where are we going? Right, now if I was just to draw this in one sweeping piece of railroad engineering, which of these, I must remember which is the outer 2 tracks here I'm joining up, because that third one there is the suburban southern extension. Right, that's mostly tunnel, which I don't really, for a passenger route, I'd like them to see some of the country. So, and we're getting quite good speeds actually, yeah, dropping down to 126 as we come around this final, well, this bend into Hendon. So that's not too bad at all. So we're going up here somewhere. How far out will we go? Somewhere like that? How does that look? Do we need to climb a little bit? No. let's take this kind of the approved route. How are we going to get down there? Okay. We may use, I don't know if we'll use this resource here, because I plan to use a different resource the other side of the 2 towns actually, for goods feeding. A short bit of tunnel there, that's okay I think. Again, what happens if I just let the game work it out for me? Where's my point? There's my point. Goes in there. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, we are. Ooh, we're losing speed down there. I don't want to go that far out. No, that's just silly. That's just silly. Okay, and what's my contours? It's all downhill kind of from here. Don't really want to upset the cargo there. Oh, no, we'll go that side of it. Okay, that's fine. We'll take that bit there. And again, how does the game want me to? Oh, I am losing. When I first drew this, I had a quite nice turn of speed all the way down, didn't I? But now I'm losing a lot on that bend. I've obviously not drawn it as well as the game did, but I don't care. I want this route. So the question is going to be, let's take it there. Okay. And swing it around into there. Oh, I've lost the kind of sexy bridge that we had, but no matter. That's actually still quite cheap, but I'm going to need to get rid of that bit of road. Oh, no worries. Bang, and you're gone. That was easy, wasn't it? Hopefully the town council won't notice. I'll repair it in good time. Oh, do I have to delete that as well? Oh, that's slightly annoying, actually. Can I get away without deleting it? No, delete it. Why I'm hesitating over that is because in Train Fever anyway, there's a vehicle in the way. Go out of the way then. Oh, now there's a train. There you go. Is because in Train Fever, and I think they've changed this in the upcoming Transport Fever, is you can't lay a road over railway to create a level crossing. You can only do it by laying rail across road. So I'm going to have to bridge or underpass that. Hey ho, that's the rules. So that's what we will do. Okay, join you up there. Oh, it loses. Well, yeah, it's going to lose speed, but I don't have trains that fast yet anyway. So why am I worried? Okay, so and our return journey. Up you go. Come on. There you go. You can do that. Go across the road. Right, and then we'll take another. Ooh, don't. If you actually look what you're clicking on, there you go. Take that to the other side of the tunnel. Splendid. Can we then swing straight into the station? And I picked the wrong blinking line. Oh, bother! I thought I was being so careful as well. That's annoying. Right. Oh well, it's only money. Right, so that's joined up there, and it's that track. That's good. Okay, so now I think I'm getting it right. The joys of long distance track laying. That's it. Got it. And a twitchy mouse. Right, so there we are. So we're going to join this up to the road, and it's going to be another tram track arrangement, so we need some tram tracks to go. Actually, what I'll do is I'll upgrade the intertown route to start with, so let's get that sorted, so that way I can make sure everything joins up properly. Go. Oh, these intersections are annoying. They won't let you. Well, they don't. I'm not sure. It might be an angle thing, but they don't always let you upgrade properly. Not enough space. Don't be ridiculous. What's the space? Silly game. I'm just going to draw that anew, aren't I? There we go. Gotcha. All right. You can't stop me doing this. You can't stop progress. Well, I've got tram track on there. Yep, electric too. Excellent. Now you may remember, if you watched the last video, how frustrating this bit of the game was, where I sort of missed out chunks. Shall I make that a bit straighter? Let's do that. I missed out chunks of the electric tram track, and I then spent it must have been half an hour or so. Over time, I cut it down dramatically in the video because it just got so tedious. Just trying to find the little bits of road that I hadn't upgraded to tram track. Right, there we are. So that's done, and I'm using town road here because the game likes to build on town roads. It won't build on these country roads. So I'm hoping that there'll be some building development along the route to increase traffic and stuff, you know, like you do. Right, so we need a tram station to go in there. What's that? Oh, some modded tram station. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? I just uploaded these the other day. What is that? That's the tram station. Oh, that does look kind of sexy, doesn't it? Oh, no, I haven't clicked it. 36. It's a bit expensive. Should we put it on that side? That's just expensive, that side. I'll put it in there. I hope this works. Again, I will put the details of... We need a depot there for the trams. I'll put the details of the mod in the description of the video, so you can go hunt it down for yourself and see if it works in your game. Hope it works in mine anyway to start with. Right. Okay, where are we? Right, we need a tram stop in the two towns. Just a little stop will do. Let's have a look at our land use. Does that look like a good... That looks like a good spot, doesn't it? Residences, that's industrial, red's commercial, and it's not too far from the leisure. They could walk to that. I think that will do nicely. On the right side of the road, aren't I? Splendid. So we need to upgrade the road. Big fat town road with bus lane, which keeps the private traffic out of the road. Oh, road's too narrow, or there's not enough room to expand it beyond because of the buildings there. Can I do that one? I can do that one. Right, and we'll bring it round. You know, take a slightly longer route, so we'll take it round there. There's not enough space. The trouble is, I think, using the narrower roads, is that both private and public transport use the same lane, whereas on this, the bigger road, all the private traffic takes the centre lanes, and all my buses and trucks and trams, indeed, take the bus lanes, so it separates them out. So if I've got fast transport, it's not limited by the speed of the private traffic, which is jolly handy. Which again, because I'm travelling faster than their average car, means I get more traffic using my services. Where's the best place for this? I think perhaps in here, do you? And I need to be on that side of the road, I think. There we go. Let's upgrade this. Let's bring this the trams into town. There we go. Around there. Dull. Nope, can't upgrade that one. I can that one, not that one. That's not. That's cool. That's a tight corner for a tram, isn't it? But it's going to let me, I hope. Okay. Right, now you may recall, as I said in the last video, I had real trouble with this. So let's see if I can get the tram route working first off. See if I can establish that. So we need a route, a couple of new lines. Well, again, like we did down south, we'll have one line going from one town to the station and the other route going from the other town to the station, and passengers can cross over there, and it all works like a dream. Use a nice bright colour. And line 1 will go from that station to this stop. There you go. So why isn't it giving me a yellow colour? Does it not do that? Oh, because I'm because I clicked on the train station. What I'll do then is I'll join these two together. So I'll group that with that. That's better. I mean, there is. People do say that that can cause problems if you want to upgrade one or the other. But I'll worry about that should it actually turn out to be an issue. What colour should we use for this one? A nice bright green, because trams are a very green kind of transport. Again, from the main station to the bus stop there. Excellent. Right, now can I get trams what work first time? By trams. Right, well, so we haven't got any new ones yet, so we'll keep to these. Again, I think I'll just use 2 in each direction. Or shall I give these lines names? Where's that one going? That's the Wisbeck. Or is it Wisbeach? Oh, didn't want a screenshot. That's the trouble, looking at the screen, talking and not looking at the keyboard. Means all sorts of strange things can happen. Right, so we'll set you off to Wisbeck Tram. And you are Holsworthy. Is the name of your town. Holsworthy Tram. There you go. And we'll set you. Let's get you actually going to Holsworthy. And they're actually moving. They're doing their job. I got the route right first time. And this sexy little... I really do like the look of that. That is so much better than the base game tram stations. Oh, that is very cute. Right, while that's going on, we need to set up a route for our trains. Well, I need a diamond here, don't I? Let's put that into place. Nice long one to get some speed. What do you mean not possible? Right, that is possible. As is that. Again, a little bit of signalling, just to make sure they know which track they're supposed to be using. There you go. And the other side. That's it. I'll just pause this for a second, just check up on where our trams are. They're in town, so I think we will release the other beasts. Release the trams. There we go. That's you. Wisbeck. I don't like that. Wisbeck doesn't sound right to me. I think I'm going to have to call it Wisbeach. Not quite sure why, but it just sounds nicer to me. Okay, now we need a depot. Now again, I've got... I don't know if I showed them. You may well have seen them in passing in previous editions. Got some sexy depots. This is a nice sort of crane affair for sort of like you might have in a cargo depot, cargo station. Obviously the end of line buffers. But these two super duper terminal type. Oh, I need some tractor to attach them to. And this kind of shed. It's an odd looking building actually. Let's see if they work. Now these I think need a fair amount of track because they are large. So where can I stick this? Above or below? We're going to have development. We might want development all along here, so I think it's best here below the station, don't you? Yep, I think you're right, folks. I think you're right. Let's take that off here. Now, the question is, how much space do they actually need? What about that one? Oh, no, that one. Look at that, it's huge! This one? Actually, I think I like it going that way better. That way. Oh, no, that way. I think I like that one better, so just need to stretch that out a bit more that way. It wants to be quite straight. There you go. sorted. Except we haven't got any route yet. So let's set that up. One route, one new train route. New line. We'll use a... I don't think I've got a blue colour on the trains yet, have I? So we'll use a... It's a rather nice looking blue, I think. This will become eventually, whoops, the northern loop, clockwise or anti-clockwise, I'm not sure yet. At the moment it will go in both directions. So if we start at Wisbeck there, which is both towns, go to Hendon and off to Hendon. Oh, whoops, not that way, over here, there you are, sir. And then back to Hendon. Why is it not using both tracks? I don't know. I have got these, so it's going in there, that's going in there, and everything looks okay, unless I've got some sort of gap in the track, which I wouldn't be terribly surprised by. Well, let's get a train going, see how it goes. We'll want more than one train, I think, on this route, most definitely. So we don't need to add a station, and I can't click directly to it there, so I need to scroll across the map again. Where the heck is it? There we are. So is our amazing new depot going to give me a train? Fire train. Right, this is the new diesel we've got. I don't think you saw me. Don't think you saw it arrive previously, and that goes at 81. So it's the fastest thing we've got now since the Mallard went out of production. Actually, I have a feeling there's a couple of new, even faster diesels coming along soon. But we'll buy that. We'll buy 3 of those. That gives me 60, I think, doesn't it? Yeah. And you're going to join the Northern Loop. And there it goes. Oh, that looks good. It'd be nice, so nice if that sort of spun round and it could come out of any of those sides, but that's beyond, I think, the coding in the game. Right, we're getting passengers in Wisbeck. Are there any passengers coming in from there? Can I catch the tram? No, not yet. And I'm going to need to set up a bus route, an internal bus route in Hendon to get people from the town to the train station, because it's a bit far away from the town centre there, isn't it? I'm sure people will walk once they realise there's this amazing funky new train serving every transport need. Well, it looks good and sounds good, doesn't it? Only goes straight into a tunnel. Right, I think this is a jolly good time to close this video. We've got the first third perhaps, certainly the first quarter of the Northern Loop in place, with a link to the Southern Loop already, so they can cross over from the south of the river to the north now, using my sexy train routes and train services. Of course they're sexy. Trains are always sexy. It's part of their charm. So they use that. I've got some more trams going. I think this is looking good, positive. I will do some tidying up, like I said, the bus route in Hendon, and work out why that isn't using both sides of the track. It must be quite straightforward why. I'll work that out. And I will see you next time. But for now, from me, Ajaxpost, thank you very much for joining me and watching this little video today. If you've enjoyed it, do leave a like. Of course, leave a comment if you wish. Tell me what I've got wrong or how I can improve my routing and track lay or whatever. Any ideas, suggestions, more than welcome. And of course, if you've not done so already and you want to see more of this funky train fever nonsense, do subscribe, and I will see you next time. So from me, for now, bye bye.